Michael. Michael,
Yes?
do you want insane gains?
Yes, please.
Creatine monohydrate from Bucked Up.
Thank you. Hey, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about creatine monohydrate from Bucked Up and our 6-point from Bucked Up. So we're going to go through a bunch of questions that you all had on the Instagram. We posted this about a week ago and we asked you, hey, what are your questions or thoughts on creatine? And we had a ton of questions. A lot of people, wanted to know, do I load? Is it safe? Safe! So I'm going to go through some of these questions today and hopefully answer them perfectly so that you'll be interested in taking creatine, because this product is phenomenal. It's going to help you with energy and strength. So let's go through these questions and hopefully I can answer them and make you feel more confident about the benefits of taking creatine. The first question that we had was, can I take it if I'm under 18? Again, this product is safe. You definitely want to be careful, if you're training at a young age, taking any supplement, your body's still growing, but it would be safe. I would recommend, 16 to 18. If you start training, that would be a great time to take creatine. It's gonna help you hydrate your muscles. It's gonna help you put on some strength and some weight, especially in those early ages. What does creatine do? This is a great basic question. So right here we have the creatine monohydrate, which is basically the basic version of creatine. What it's gonna do is gonna help increase energy output in your muscle cells, and it's also gonna hydrate your muscle cells. Your muscles are made up of water, a lot of water, and contain that. Keeping them hydrated is gonna give them strength and endurance. So creatine monohydrate, 6-point, what is 6-point? So we call it 6-point because it's got 6 different types of creatine in it. So the way that's beneficial is think of it more of like a time-released creatine. So it's got creatine that's gonna absorb faster, and it's gonna have creatine in it that's gonna last longer. So it's got multiple benefits. Both are great products. Some people are gonna ask, which one is better? Well, it just depends. Some people like the creatine monohydrate just because it's in the simplest form. It has no taste, so you can add it to shakes, things like that. The 6-point creatine sometimes does have a little taste because of the ingredients. The malate or malic acid that the creatine is bound to sometimes has a bitter or kind of like a citrus bitterness. So it might have a little bit of taste that if you're mixing with your shake and things like that, it's not gonna go as smooth as the creatine monohydrate. But this is a great thing for time release. This is great for instant. So I like to try them both. Things work and absorb differently in every individual. So you might wanna see which is best for you and how to take it. So another question that we get is, do I load creatine? So on our instructions on the creatine monohydrate, we do have a loading phase. Again, why would you load creatine? You want to make sure you're getting it in your system. So that's a great way to almost overload your system. You're taking it 4 times a day at the recommended dose of 5 grams. You do that for 1 to 5 days, and then you go to just 1 scoop a day. So loading it is just going to make sure it gets in your system and you have a constant level of creatine in your system. The instructions on the 6-point don't have a loading phase, but you also can do a loading phase, or you can just take it regularly at 1 scoop a day. Some people have asked, well, I'm taking a pre-workout or a product that has 2.5 milligrams of creatine in it. Should I still take creatine monohydrate or creatine 6-point on top of that? The recommended dose, which they did a lot of the clinical studies at, were 5 grams a day. So like I said, loading it is gonna give you more than 5 grams, but it's gonna make sure it gets in your system. So try both. Some people love the load creatine and some people just to take it 1 scoop a day. Take it regularly. You wanna take creatine for, in my opinion, 4 to 6 weeks. You wanna give it enough time to get in your system and continue taking it for about 6 weeks. But then again, you do wanna cycle on and off creatine. A question that a lot of people also have with loading or creatine in general is bloating. Why do I feel bloated, or does creatine cause bloating? Well, I'm going to answer a few of those questions. One thing is a lot of people use creatine for bulking. Why? Because it volumizes your muscles, it increases strength. So a lot of people associate creatine with a bulking phase. Well, what else are you doing during a bulking phase? You're usually eating more calories. You're eating not as clean food usually. So some people could generate or associate the bulking with, eating excess amounts of food. Another thing is creatine hydrates the muscles. So it's going to hydrate your arms, your chest, your stomach also has muscles, your abs and things like that. So you may feel a sense of, maybe puffiness or bloating from the initial water hydrating your cells. So what I recommend to a lot of people is that you continue to take it. A lot of women especially notice this because their muscles also get volumized. It's kind of like when they start working out, they feel like, oh, working out makes me bloated. Really, it's just the blood flow and the swelling of the muscles. Same thing with creatine, is that when you start getting that water swelling in your muscles, you feel, oh, I'm getting bloated. So push through that initial phase and you'll see that it is the creatine hydrating your muscles and you're not necessarily getting bloated from creatine. Which is better for bloating? Both are not going to cause bloating. Creatine monohydrate, like I said, is the basic version. This is the timed release, so both will not cause bloating. When is the best time to take creatine? So you want to hydrate your muscle cells. So the best time is around your workout so that you can use the creatine that's in your body with the water and it can transport it to your muscles, refuel and rehydrate your muscles. You can also take it consistently throughout the day during a loading phase, or I tell people you just want to be consistent taking creatine to make sure the levels stay optimal and at a certain point in your blood or in your body, So recommended around your workout, but take it consistently, once a day. Some people ask why Bucked Up does not put creatine in their pre-workout. So the reason we don't put creatine in the pre-workout is because, again, you're going to want to go cycle on and cycle off creatine for maximum benefits. It's also an ingredient that, some people don't want to take. And so that way we've excluded it from the pre-workout, but if you want to take it, you definitely can add it to the pre-workout. So that's the reason that it's not found in the Bucked Up pre-workouts. Someone asked, is creatine different from beta-alanine and how? Yeah, creatine is going to hydrate your muscles, where beta-alanine is going to delay the onset of lactic acid. So taking beta-alanine can give you more endurance, but creatine is going to be more in charge of explosive energy and hydration. So they're completely different. That's why you see beta-alanine in our pre-workout, and then adding creatine will give you optimal benefits. So make sure you check out these two products, the 6 Point from Bucked Up and the creatine monohydrate. Again, give them both a try, figure out what's best for you and what you feel the best taking. These are great products and you're gonna see definitely gains in energy and strength during your workouts.